just gonna after it finishes.
Did it start? Say it's good.
Yeah, it's live.
Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, the honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation, much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word of truth, sincerity, and other brothers from Great Millstone Tampa Church, and is here for another video, and Lord's will is edifying. But we're just gonna go into the transition of power, or the emancipation that's taking place right now, not just only with this election, because right now is a transfer. They're transferring presidency or whatever, and through the spirit we already see that it's going to be a violent one. All right, Trump said it's not going to be a peaceable transition. All right, and the same thing's going to happen with transition of Esau to Jacob. As a matter of fact, let's get that in 2nd Ezra 6 real quick, because there's going to be a transition of power, all right, and it ain't going to be a presidency. All right, but you're going to see, you're going to get a glimpse. Yeah. All right, of the chaos that's gonna take place on the earth before Yahushai takes rulership. Okay, and it ain't gonna be a peaceful one. All right, because through war comes peace. Okay, so who got it?
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, starting at verse 6. Matter of fact, start at 7. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?
Yep. So Ezra was asking, well, what are going to be the signs? What's going to be the end of the thing, or what's going to be the end of the beginning of it? Okay. So we're using this as or we're using the presidential race or whatever, or not a race anymore, but the transfer of the presidents as an example. All right, so what's going to be the signs? You already see the signs, okay? So far as the presidential race, all right, the votes are being counted, and now there's a time period before the so-called president-elect gets entered into the White House. But what Trump already let you know that he ain't giving it up like that. All right, but what does that mean? That means there's going to be tribulation, all right, violence. All right, so these are the signs of the end of one presidency to the next presidency. So what's going to be the signs of the end of this world as you know it, all right, for the new world to come? All right, go ahead.
I got the etymology of the word parting, and then I'll get asunder. This is the etymology of the word parting, and it says action of going away.
Mm-hmm. So we'll read it again now, the second verse.
Yep, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times?
Yeah, the parting asunder of the times. So what's going to be the signs of things going away? What's going away? The things of this world, all right? The philosophies, all right? The rulership, the mentality of these people and the earth itself. As far as everything you see, like these apartments and houses and cars, all that's about to be it's about to go away. Via thermonuclear missiles. Go ahead.
Here's the etymology of the word asunder. It says into a position apart, separate. It says distinguish, tell apart. So pretty much a splitting.
Yeah.
It says, I'll read again, 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?
Hey, that's heavy, because it goes into, pretty much Yahushua said it's going to be signs in the sun, signs in the moon, okay, of showing that his return is inevitable, man. Okay, so that's how you know what time we're coming into. That's how you know we're in that time, okay, because you have blood moons, okay, you have full blue moons, okay, you have uproars, okay, amongst the people around the four corners of the earth. You have lockdowns, man. These are all the things man. Hey, false prophets, man. Okay, these are all things that Yahushua spoke about in the book of St. Matthew 24 when he was speaking to his disciples concerning his return.
Okay, I got just a quick precept, well, two, just real quick to back up what the brother's talking about, because as the brother said, you got one group and Democrat, and you got Republican. So I'm gonna read this real quick. It's Revelation 13 verse 11. It says, "And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth." And it's talking about America. It says, "And he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon." And the two horns represents the Republican and Democrats. You know, and as it is, you know, the two opposing sides. So a house divided can't stand. So you got the separation. That's why it's gonna be so violent. All right, this transfer of power, because the two power structures are finna get ready to collide because they've been divided amongst each other. So the scriptures are pretty much the two horns. It's like the beast gonna be attacking his own self. You know,
well, it tells you that in Revelation 18, the beast shall hate the whore. The whore is part of the beast.
Exactly,
you know,
yeah.
And even right now, like in the EU, they just amongst themselves they fighting. You know,
Yeah.
Brexit. You know, the Brexit, all that. You know, so it's a division. You know, and that's what there's a division in the world. You know, you got a division amongst the beasts. But look, the whole world's about to be divided from the righteous and the wicked. You know, and guess what? The righteous is gonna take over. What's up?
The sheep and the goat.
Yeah.
You know, is coming to separate.
division everywhere,
Mhm.
and that's the way the Most High made everything, twos and twos, one against another. So there's never gonna be like a peaceful transition. You know, it's always gonna be something against another. Man.
I
Hey,
got
know?
the Lord, real quick, the Lord said he coming to bring division.
Yeah, that's what I got right here.
Oh, you got it? Okay, can I grab it?
That's Luke chapter 12, verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to bring peace on earth? I tell you nay, but rather division. You know, because that's what is coming onto the earth here in these last days. And we see it, you know, the spirit of Yahweh Shimon Shai is being pushed on the earth right now, and it's not of peace. You know, people aren't coming together. You know, people are being separated.
And most importantly, the whore that rides upon the beast, the ones that rule the earth, is divided. The nation that rules the earth, the hammer of the earth, is divided right now. You know, so how much more the rest of you know, if the nation that this is a paradise, and you know, go to America to live out your dreams, this place is through. You know, it's completely divided. People barely speaking when you go out in the public. You know, because the tensions are so thick right now, man.
And shit, that started with COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people scared to hug each other, shake hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They were doing the fist bump for a while. Now they say, "Hey, how you doing?" That's about it.
Man, you know, that's the spirit of the Lord. There's all complete division to this place, man. You know, real quick, that last one, Psalm 75 verse. Now you heard how in Revelation it spoke about the two horns, right? So Psalms 75 verse 4, it says, "I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked lift up not the horn." All right, lift not up your horn on high, speaketh not with a stiff neck. And that's what these Edomites are doing right now. But check this out, it says, "For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but the Most High is the judge. He putteth down one and set up another."
So that's what the Most High is about to do, as a whole, not just with this king and that king. Now the Lord's about to make a transition of power from one nation to another. He about to take the top nation and swap him out with the nation that's at the bottom right now, which is his chosen nation. All right.
That right here.
The bear shall be last.
Yep.
This is Sirach chapter 10 and verse 7. It says, because of verse 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries and riches got by
Esau's MO. Everything Esau has today is by unrighteous gains, deceit. What else it say?
it says unrighteous dealings,
Unrighteous dealings, injuries. Damn, this nigga's gone around the whole earth and injured everybody, man. Bring nothing but destruction. All right, that's why he's known as the man of perdition, the son of sin, or the son of perdition, the man of sin. Go ahead.
says, and riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Mm-hmm. The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
No.
All right, so hey, well, shit. Let's look at the presidential race. The same thing's going on, man. So we, again, we using that as an example because shit's about to hit the fan. Trump is not gonna go out just all right, cool. I lost the race, and he gonna, nah, man. This dude, he gonna go guns blazing out, man. However the Lord set it up, he going out guns blazing. That's one thing for sure.
Trump the emperor.
Yeah, exactly. He going out, he not finna just let Biden, come in there like nothing. He still got 70 days left, 69 days left of presidency, so he gonna do what he can to drop the hammer. All right, and that's the same thing that's gonna happen in the transition from Esau to Jacob, man. But go ahead, finish that.
That was it on
And
that.
real quick, that's when Yahushua gonna come when the beast is wounded and separated. When they're at their weakest point, they can be fighting amongst each other.
Ain't that what Esau did to us?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Divide and conquer?
Yeah.
So that's what the Lord is doing spiritually.
Exactly.
Or through the spirit, because he ain't got to come down here physically, do it.
Exactly.
But that's why he sent his men out, casting down strongholds. But with everything we've been doing, beginning with the apostles and on down, we've been dividing these people, man, spiritually, and they don't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
They've been divided because we've been casting down
That's why they
strongholds.
gonna blame us.
Exactly, they gotta blame the niggas in specs, yeah, and then they gonna blame us for the election too.
Yeah.
Because who's the ones that voted for Biden?
It's St. Jake.
But that shit's all, the Elder Ariella has sent out a video.
Yeah.
I don't know if I sent it to y'all. but
Yeah, we saw.
I saw it kind of stuff.
I think my own money sent it.
Kind of.
I got something real quick.
But real quick, that's what's gonna happen, man. The same thing is nothing new under the sun, man. But now it's gonna be the end of this thing, man. The end of Esau ultimately, and there ain't no nations prophesied to rise up after Esau except for Israel. Right.
Real quick. Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked.
And that's still part of the same beast, all right? Because the whore is part of the beast. America's part of the UN, okay?
It's of the 8th.
Yeah,
Or the 8th, it's of the 7th.
exactly. It's part of the beast. All right. Now it just evolved, into leading the beast, over time, through what prophecy, because it was meant for Babylon the Great to lead the beast. But now they're starting to hate the whore. Well, they've been hating the whore. Now America's the laughing stock of the world. It's been the laughing stock of the world, but now it's even bigger laughing stock because look, Iran was mocking the election process. Here it is, America goes around talking about we need to push democracy, but here it is, y'all doing democracy and it's a big joke. Now we need a recount. We need there's dead people voting. There's little kids, high school kids that ain't even old enough to vote. And it's just a big joke, man. So that's why ultimately, the weak nations are saying they're strong because they see what a joke America is now, man. It ain't the power it was in the 40s when they dropped bombs in Japan. Go ahead, though, brother.
These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate.
Hey, and then Jake, slot real quick. I just saw an article when I logged in. It was like the EU pretty much like welcomes Biden something far as trying to bring some peace. Like, oh yeah, Trump was an asshole, so pretty much like, well, we welcoming Biden. So that's gonna even make him piss him off even more. Because here it is, we expected you to do good, we expected you to be different, and then it's like you welcome him as a friend, but he's really gonna be a foe, man.
And that's if he makes it in there.
Exactly.
Because if he don't make it in there, now Trump's like, man, oh yeah, y'all was talking, y'all congratulated this nigga, man, fuck y'all. So either way, it's finished, man. It don't matter who's in there. The prophecies, what we reading, is still gonna come to pass. Biden can go up there and do somersaults for these other nations. It ain't gonna work.
Nope.
Yep. Hey, the scripture says Habakkuk 2, and the end shall speak and not lie.
Mm-hmm.
The scriptures talk about division. And we know we in the end, because what? Measure out of time diligently in itself. We know that the division is about, it's already here.
How do you think, how do you think people, neighbor against neighbor, brother against brother, how do you think that's going to happen? Through division. The lack of bread, great tribulation, the division is going to come first, because they're going to divide people. So, look, there ain't going to be no middle class, this class. It's going to be, you got the chip or you don't got the chip. All right? They don't care. It don't matter if you're rich or poor. That's what the scripture say. Neither rich nor or poor, right? So look, it's good. The Lord is setting the stage up for the ultimate division, this chip, and that's gonna lead to the ultimate division, because what? Then the people that take the chip is gonna be getting killed by the people that don't take the chip for the food. All right, or even if they do get the chip, who knows if you're gonna be able to buy anything? What if you take the chip and then stores are empty around you? What you gonna do with the chip? You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, this is, bro, the Lord is just leading to all out division, so everybody just go all out and kill each other, man. You know, it's gonna be civil war, race wars. Not like an actual, okay, well, all the black people come on this side and all the white. Nah, it's just gonna be, all right, we see a cracker, we gonna kill that nigga. You know. So it's coming, man. The division is here. It's been here. You know, the Lord has been brewing this pot up for a minute. You know, and thanks to Donald J. Trump, he was a catalyst to it. You know, and now whether he continues or not is irrelevant. The storm has already started. You know, but you have more on that?
It's a little bit more. Yeah. It says Revelations 17.
Yeah, if I can. That's just real quick. A thought came in. Sirach chapter 12, in verse 8. Sirach 12 and 8. A friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hid in adversity. An enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. So this division happened because adversity is being brewed upon the earth. You know, all this camaraderie and sports teams, this and that. These false connections are being broken because at the end of the day, these people haven't been tested. Their friendship hasn't been tested on the line. And that's why again, this adversity is coming up because the division is coming because of the adversity. That's what it is.
And it was all a facade anyway from the get go. Because we live in a world of social media, digital friends. Man, you ain't got no friends. Here, this nigga got 300,000 friends on Facebook. Only 2 niggas talk to this guy throughout the day.
Yeah.
And it's all a facade, man. This is what social media was set up for. All right, to distract you and bamboozle you.
Envy, jealousy.
Yeah, because that's what likes and shit is about. Man, fuck, I wish I could do. Nigga on the Mount Everest with a hot pancake. Yeah. Like, man, I wish I could. You hating on this nigga now? Exactly. It's causing envy. Covetousness.
Yep.
And that's that love that Yahweh Shai spoke about. Waxing cold in these last days, man. That's why we read about in 2 Ezra 15. Okay, because of lack of bread, the house is going to be spoiled. Women shall be ravished. Okay, this is what's coming because of the lack of trust. Okay, the lack of love, man. And this is what's coming down the pipe for you people, man.
Yeah, because that comfortability is being taken away. All those comforts. Right. That's what it is.
Revelations 17 and 16, finishing off. It says, "These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and shall burn her with fire." So ultimately, thermonuclear missile destruction is coming to America, man. And this is why the other nations are gonna, pretty much look on far off, like, man, damn, look at the turmoil of this place being destroyed, because this is the only place that have they join hand in hand with, man. Okay, now that your merchandise, okay, your way of selling, okay, it's done, man. Because once Yahweh Shai return, okay, your enterprise is going to be ceased, man. The new world order is going to be the will of Yahweh Shai on earth as it is in heaven, man. Okay.
Real quick, Isaiah 19:1.
Oh, that's what I had.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you got it. I just pulled it.
Isaiah 19 verse 1. It says, "The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt." And his spirit is already, as the brother put it, already coming into this place, man.
The prophets are out.
Exactly. Because remember, the Lord plagued Egypt, with plagues, before Moses actually delivered.
The Israelites were there to witness it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The plagues, all the things that's finna go down, we're gonna be here to witness it. And in the last plague, we're gonna be able to see it as we go up, Lord's will be those men, and when we on the chariot, see the final plague,
Hey, real quick, not to really veer off topic, but that's why we really have nothing to worry about. We should go on to this with faith, because when we was in Egyptian captivity, that shit that wasn't coming onto us. The
Yeah.
plagues, we wasn't being plagued by that. The Egyptians were.
Because they what the blood. Of
Yeah,
the lamb.
exactly.
So now
So-
if we got the blood of Yahushua,
We
you gotta worry about the plagues. You know.
So just
As long as we doing what we do, follow the instructions.
Yeah.
You know, Moses told him exactly what to do. Now we gotta follow exactly what Yahweh told us to do. You know, which ultimately Moses got the instructions from Yahweh. So, hey, like brother said, we ain't got nothing. We ain't gotta worry about it, man. The Lord said we gonna be eating.
Mhm.
Shit, there was a time in Egypt where it was dark, and the Israelites like, shit, that shit is dark as hell over there. You know. Go ahead though.
Segue into this, then we'll hop back real quick. 2nd Ezra 15 verse 10. It's and the point is at 11. 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 10. It says, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt." Verse 11. "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it."
This place is called spiritually Sodom and Egypt. All right, so Egypt's gonna be smitten again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the same place the Israelites were in captivity before is the same, or they're back again in the spiritual Egypt together in slavery. You know, bondage. Go ahead.
Back at Isaiah 19:1 again, it says, "The burden of Egypt." So this is a burden unto you. That's why you don't like for us to come out and preach this. You know, that like Elder Apostle R said on one of his, he said, "Why do you think they hate the Israelites? Because we telling them they going into slavery, telling them the truth." So this is a burden unto you. You know, when you see the prophets out there, you like, damn, like they talking about our kingdom being destroyed, and it's all happening. So this has been a burden unto you, just how it was a burden in the Roman Empire. It's now a burden unto you again, man.
It's just like, man, you know, when shit was good, you know, not now, but like 1 year ago, yeah, literally just 1 year ago, when people was out and about, going to get drinks, going to these sports games and whatnot, it'd be a burden.
Yeah.
You know, when they walk by the
They want to hear us.
oh, you guys preaching, hey, preach. You know, it was a burden to them because they're hearing America's going to be destroyed. They're on the way to go have fun. And, you know, it's a burden unto them, man.
Mm-hmm.
So how much more what the Lord's about to bring?
Yep.
But you've already been warned about, you know.
All right, so the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that's going into, like the brother said, casting. We already been destroying this place spiritually, casting down strongholds, because the idols that go into idolatry. All right, that spiritual fornication, spiritual adultery. So what the idols being moved now, because why we come to let them know the true power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, a so-called black man, not the so-called white man. Says Brazil, that's an idol.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, all these idols, you know, worship forms of worship.
We're you know, people are Jakes anyway. They live in the churches.
Yep.
All right, what they call it, Muslims. You don't hear. We don't see no Muslims no more coming to the camp. We don't see no Egyptologists anymore coming to the camp. All them idols, look, the Spirit of the Lord has destroyed all them shit. You have nothing to say now. What you got to say about what's happening? We could go to the scriptures and show you what's happening, why it's happening, what's going to happen after. You Egyptologists, you Jesus worshippers, okay, Muslims, whatever the hell you into, you ain't got nothing to say about, here it is, what's today, the 8th, 9th? November 2020. You ain't got nothing to say about what's going on right now or what's going to happen.
Still debating.
Yeah. Still waiting on the book of Ma'at. Yeah. The confessions. Come on, man.
The 48 laws.
Yeah, come on. That shit had nothing to do with prophecy, man. That was a bunch of malarkey.
Yep.
Like Biden says, this is a bunch of malarkey.
I got something real quick.
Let the brother finish that.
And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Mm-hmm. They say you're gonna come on a swift cloud.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead.
And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Mm-hmm. And that's what's taking place right now. All right, the heart of this place is melted. All right, there's no morality left.
New York, shit.
Yeah, bro, these people are through. They
the heart,
bro. There's nothing motivating these people right now except for their own lust.
Yeah.
You know, there's no what is there to do for these people out here, man? They're through. You know, the ways of America around the world. These other nations are looking at this place like, man, we've been following the wrong bitch the whole time. But what they've been seduced. All right.
Yeah, by the money,
well, that's one of the
riches.
idols, cash, the money.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what does
yeah.
Jay say in the rap songs? Cream, the cash rules everything around.
Yeah,
you.
money over
That's
bitches,
God.
money over everything.
It's
Yeah.
a God. And the heart of Egypt fell, and that economy gonna fail, and then what y'all gonna?
and that's
do?
a plague.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
It goes into that same chapter, Isaiah 19 chapter goes about the fishers mourning, they that work with fine flax being confounded. That's literally an economic collapse.
But the thing is, what people don't understand is, you know, because the scriptures talking about these other nations, well, and they under the same monetary system America's is. Now they just decided, the IMF decided, look, y'all gonna use American dollars. When they say, look, y'all gotta use digital dollars, it's gonna be the same thing. You know, it's not that America is running the money, because America don't even print their own money. It's that, look, the elites decided you're gonna use American dollars. So when American dollars is through, you're gonna convert the digital dollars. But since you're using digital dollars, who's gonna buy? You know, there's and America's destroyed. Who's gonna be there left to buy anything? Whether it's Chinese yuan or whatever or digital dollars, there ain't nobody. The consuming nation is gone. You know. So that's why the scriptures say that these other nations are going well, because they know that, look, especially China, you know, China's come up on a level financially because of America,
And Saudi Arabia.
And Saudi Arabia with the oil,
Yeah.
you know. But hey, you people are through. Not just America's going to be hurt from the destruction of America. You other nations going to be hurt because the support that America was giving you. Israel's going down with America, right? The state of Israel, they going down with America, okay? Yeah. Not financially, physically.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you have more on that?
Yeah, real quick. It says, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it, and I will set the point, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
And that's the division again, because the title of the video is with great violence. You know, there's gonna be division here in America. All right, it ain't gonna be Egypt. The Lord ain't talking about Egypt over there, man. All right, He's talking about the spiritual Egypt. All right, America, Babylon the Great.
Exactly, because it's the prophet Isaiah speaking about Egypt. You know,
that was during around the Babylon captivity.
Yeah,
you know. So that Egypt is through, ancient and present, you know.
I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
That's right, and that's gonna be the violence that's coming, man. All right, because America's gonna be in violence. And then they're gonna have to be in World War III at the same time, and then the Lord's gonna return, and then this place, America's gonna be taken out with violence. We'll get Revelation 18, 21. Yeah. But you had some, and then somebody can hold Revelation 18.
Yeah, real quick. Isaiah 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that are covered with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. And in the law, I believe in Deuteronomy, it speaks about having, y'all trying to have, I forgot how it goes, but pretty much having a brother over you. That kinsman, roughly paraphrase.
The law about
right. So
setting heathen.
17. Yeah.
Oh yeah, about setting heathen over there.
Right. So you
got one of your own brethren.
Right. So you pretty much adding sin unto sin when you pretty much setting up a heathen over you, man. Okay, and this is what our people have constantly done until this day.
Because a heathen is not gonna come to you with the Torah. Right. Bible not gonna come to you with the Torah and say follow these laws, statutes, commandments. But that's why you ain't supposed to do that, because the heathen gonna do after his heathenistic ways. He's not gonna bring you to the Most High. That's the heathen's job was to keep us from the Most High. That's why the Lord didn't like for us to marry amongst them. Some in some situations All right, because why? He didn't want us worshiping their gods and doing their heathenistic shit. So, you know.
Verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Okay, so going back to what the brother was going into, man, you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, you pretty much trusting, okay, in this man's system, man. And that's ultimately, if you voting for these two devils, okay, that's showing that when mandatory vaccines go out, you're going to take the vaccine, man. And then once it's mandatory for you to take the chip, you're going to take the chip. You see, because you trusting, okay, in that shadow, you trusting, okay,
oppression.
Yeah, you trusting in oppression, man. So the Lord is ultimately going to reward you, okay, with your destruction. That's why in Proverbs 16 it says, "Go join in hand, they shall not go unpunished," man. Okay, so we expect for a lot of judgment to come to you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and African Indians, man. Okay, because you trust in the shadow of Egypt. You got it.
Okay, you want to do Revelation 18:21 now? You got it.
Yeah. This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, "Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all."
Yeah, so there you go, man. The Babylon Great gonna be thrown down with great violence, man. Just like this presidential race. The only way it's gonna be transitioned is through great violence, okay? And they even said, let's say Trump don't do nothing, or just finally concedes and just packs his bags and leaves the White House on January 20th. Joe Biden's gonna bring wrath upon you people, man. All right, but let's say he do. Cause Trump, he's a sore loser. He going guns blazing, man. Again, he gonna go out. He's too proud for that. He's the epitome of Edomite. So just like this the transition of the power of the so-called president of the United States is gonna be with violence through the spirit. The same thing with the kingdoms. All right, like we started out with the kingdom of Esau is the end of the world, and the beginning of it that follows after is the kingdom of Israel, Jacob. All right, so but between that is translation. Between the translation of power, or during the translation of power, is violence. All right. All right. The scripture talk about it says with great, we shall go through great tribulation to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Mm-hmm. That's that violence that's going to take place. All right. Go ahead. I'm gonna look for something.
Get something else or?
Yeah. Whoever. Yeah.
Hit it again.
All right, man.
If you got it,
yeah. I was making sure. But it's Revelation 18 and verse 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, "Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all."
And as it was, we started out with 2 Ezra 6 and 9. All right, that's with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down. All right, how is this city? It's telling you in Habakkuk, woe to him that established the city by blood and iniquity. Okay, so this place was established by blood and iniquity. All right, and it's gonna go down in a violent way. Why? Because this is the casting down of the nation of Edom.
And you reap what you sow.
Exactly.
So how did Esau Edom establish his global domination? Through, like brother read earlier, through deceit, okay, lies, robbery. All right, that's why I say woe to the bloody city, because everything Esau has established was through iniquity. So of course he's got to go down the same way, through bloodshed, all right, murder, all kind of disasters and violence. And it's only right, for what he's done unto the children of Israel, what he's done to the whole world and the world itself. You have more of that?
Well, I have a precept.
Okay.
This is Obadiah, it's only one chapter, verse 15. For the day of the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, they shall be.
And what is that was done to us, even till this day? Okay, the murdering of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. That's why in the book of Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, it says, because thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee, man. So what? It says in the book of Lamentations, the punishment of our iniquity is accomplished. Okay, he will no more lead us into captivity, but what? It says what? He will visit, what is it?
By iniquity, O daughter.
Yeah, he will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom, man. So that's why the Lord said, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. Whatever a man sowed, that shall he reap, man. Okay, you sowed blood, so you're going to have to what? Reap blood, man. Okay, you so-called discovered America. Well, the Lord is going to so-called discover your iniquities, man. Okay, and that's lifting up that skirt, O virgin or daughter of Babylon, man. You got it right.
It says, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head.
Yeah, and that was that reward. That was that great reward that you've done into the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. That's why he said, these two, he said, I sit as a widow. These two children shall not be, I shall not see widowhood, roughly paraphrasing, man. Okay. So that reward was seeing us in the captivity. So the reward is going to return upon your head, man.
Yeah, it goes into it. So verse 16, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. So that's slavery.
And it's all the heathen. Esau, Edom being number one, all right, but it's all the heathen. Okay, the scriptures say the wicked shall not be acquitted. Esau, Edom's the wicked, but look, the rest of the nations, they partook with it, all right? And 2/3, they're going to partake with it on this side of his, you know. Go ahead.
It says, yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
Specifically talking about Esau.
Yeah. Verse 17, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
So, hey, that's going to be the transition, man. But before all that, there's going to be a lot of chaos and destruction on this earth, man. All right, so we'll get a couple more. Get Luke 19:27 real quick. And then you can get Daniel 7:18. Get Luke first, though.
The book of St. Luke, in chapter 19, you said verse 27, right?
Yep.
Okay. Luke chapter 19 and verse 27. But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
So when the New Jerusalem comes back down, all right, and all the chaos that's happened, the missiles is dropped, the World War III is over with, all right, all that crazy, prophecies that is about to take place, the chip, all that is done, and then the Israelites get saved. We're going to come back down, Lord's what we those, man, and the Lord's going to tell us, look, because there's going to be a lot of people left, all right? All of America's going to be destroyed, but there's still going to be people, there's going to be Israelites left, there's going to be Edomites, and so on and so forth. So the Lord's going to tell it, that's the command he's going to give. And they want to bow down, all right? If they're heathens, chain them up. Well, that's what the heathens going to get, for the most part. A couple of them might die along the way, but and the not 2/3, but the Israelites that are still left, 2/3, they don't want to get with the program, then they're gonna die.
That's right.
Because there will be Israelites that will be in some middle of some random country that a missile ain't gonna hit. They gonna make it, but hey, when we come back down, they gonna have to bow and serve Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, or die, and they come back.
The rebels.
Yeah, purge out the rebels. So that this is the violence again. It's gonna be violence upon violence until the kingdom of heaven. Okay, violence upon violence, man. Much tribulation, much violence. All right. Well, that's how the kingdom. That's how peace comes, man. Look, how was King Solomon able to rule in peace? Because there was so much violence that King David had to bring. He had to go slaying all these nations and nothing but war, man. He had too much blood. He couldn't even build a temple for the Lord. So this is going to be the same thing again. A lot of violence before Yahushua, which was King Solomon, comes and establishes that peace, man. And even when he comes, he's going to bring violence. But, there's going to be a point where that peace comes, man. That was it on that. So go ahead and... Oh, you got anything? Okay, go ahead.
This is Daniel chapter 7 and verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
Yeah, we're not going to ask for it. All right, we're not going to sit down at a table and debate you or, make some, what they call it, a negotiation with you. We're going the Lord said we're going to take the kingdom. All right, go ahead.
This is but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Yeah, how we gonna take it? With violence, man. You think Esau just gonna lay down and allow us, like we go to the White House, march to the White House, like IUIC, and tell them that we the Israelites, we the... Nah, man, they gonna tell you to kick rocks, might shoot you, But what? We gonna take it, all right? Not only it's gonna start with when Yahushua returns, redeems his elect, but when we come back down after the indignation of the Lord has passed, all right, then we're gonna finish the job. We're gonna take it. We're gonna take not just America. We're gonna take all the countries, all the nations. All right, we're gonna take them all. That's how we're gonna take the kingdom, man. By force. We're not gonna ask you. We don't care about your opinion now. How much more then? So that's that great violence that's gonna take place before the kingdom is actually established. Go ahead, though. That was the end of that verse. Okay, kind of. Anybody else? Anything else? Kind of. But hey, that take heed, because that's what's about to happen in these last days, man. Nothing but violence, or destruction, or men's heart waxing cold. It's nothing but doom and gloom from now on out, man. And you're gonna see men with big grins on their faces, and those are gonna be called the prophets of the Lord, servants. All right, because we gonna be happy as hell, because we already know through the Spirit, but hey, it's happening now in our faces, so we gonna be happy as hell, man. Good.
Isaiah 63:4. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeem is come.
So hey, the day or the year of the Redeemer has come, man. It's nigh at hand. All right, and what that entails, a lot of destruction. All right, the slaying of the Lord shall be many.
Casting down.
Mm-hmm. The king of this present world, the God of this world, has to be taken down by violence, by force. Just like Esau took everybody else down by force, he has to be taken down by force, man. With his own sword at that,
Because Yahushua said, for the God of this world is judged, so the judgment's already been set and told, now it has to be executed.
That's right. Yeah. Now, you got the judgment. Now it's time for the sentencing. All right, and guess what? The sentencing for you, Esau, is 1,000 hardcore years of slavery. And you're gonna serve everyone. No early release, no parole, none of that.
Show no mercy to him who shows
exactly.
no mercy.
Yeah. You're not gonna have like in prison, you get the trustees. They mopping floors. Nah, man, you're gonna be out there hardcore slavery, man. You're not gonna have easy jobs in the kingdom, man. All right.
We're gonna show you what oppression is.
Exactly.
You think you're oppressing us?
Yeah.
We're gonna show you true oppression, man.
And righteousness.
Exactly.
We're not be buck breaking and shit like that. We gonna put you to work, and beat the hell out of you,
You want a tyrant?
Yep.
We're gonna show you what a tyrant really is.
You thought Hitler was bad. Shit. You ain't seen nothing yet. You had something? No. Okay. Alright, but hey, with that, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Good honors to the elder apostles, great millstone, and salutation, much love to you, Akim out there pushing out his word, truth, sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.